The college football experience, North Carolina State Wolfpack 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Football experience, NC State Wolfpack 2025 season preview episode. We are here, the Wolfpack of NC State, fresh off of 6 straight bowl losses. But anyway, look, we're going to talk a lot about the Wolfpack. You have been to a lot of bowl games lately. Every year since what? 2019 you didn't make one. We will talk about it all. And you're probably wondering just who the hell you're listening to. My name is Colby Swing, Database Dad, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night. Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
There was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same.
All right. Okay. Look, you know I'm an ECU guy. That's it. I got it in. I'm throwing it out. I'm putting on my neutral glasses. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Monetlaw Mac. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Why do we do the Pitt and NC State previews as late as possible? And, let's have some fun.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
I'm not going to be. Look, I got my neutral glasses on right now. All right, love NC State. They got great quarterback play over the years. Russell Wilson somehow still in the NFL, and look, Phillip Rivers, Eric Kramer, Roman fucking Gabriel. I'm probably forgetting this. What was the big lawn chair that they had? Glennon, the other Glennon, not Sean Glennon.
Yeah.
Finley. They had Ryan Finley. I mean, they have had some quarterbacks over the years. Brennan Armstrong for a year. Big Bird for like 2 games. Grayson McCall, that is. MJ Morris. So, I mean, they've had some guys out there. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to go through, because it's a big year for Dave Doeren. I do believe they have a new school president or athletic director, school president, I think.
And Will Wade's there.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting thing, I will say. All right, I'm being neutral Dundee here. I was at ACC Media Days, and opening statement by Jim Phillips. Someone there, and I texted you this right away. I was there. I was like, "What the fuck?" I believe this year it's up on to vote in November, which the someone asked a question. I believe it was the Charlotte Observer. I could be wrong, but I believe it was the Charlotte Observer. I had no idea this was even being considered, but that the state, so your taxes would then go to in North Carolina, any state school would get a chunk of money. I think it was $12.8 million for their NIL collective.
Mm-hmm. Them in Carolina.
From the state. That's fascinating to me. I mean, we'll see if if that does get approved, that would be very interesting. I'll say that. And I wonder if more states follow suit. I'm very curious to see where it all goes, because I guess sometimes you're complaining about, hey, the school's kind of broke. You saw what Whit Babcock said of Virginia Tech, and I'm like, well, shit. If you were to make that essentially a state law in Virginia, where you allocate this much money to your athletic department to pay the players, it's just intriguing. I don't know where you're at with that. I don't even know the chances of it being passed, but it was asked, and I thought, wow, I got to pay attention to this. But NC State's a program where, for whatever reason, and I like I said, I'm removing. I got my neutral glasses on. They've been a good football program. Doeren has been he's got them bowling year in and year out. They got my guy Ruffin McNeil that we did dirty for Scotty Montgomery, but for whatever reason, they just can't get to the mountaintop. They have not been. They're one of the only teams. Think about this: ACC championship appearances. Wake Forest has been there twice. They won it once. I'm talking in the 2000s, right?
State.
Yeah, well, they haven't even made an appearance. You got Miami's been there. Florida State's been there. Clemson, obviously. SMU 1 year in the fucking league, right? Boston College has been there. Georgia Tech's been there. Virginia Tech's been there. Virginia's been there. NC State is, and it's can't even blame Syracuse, okay, but Syracuse hasn't been in there the whole time. So for whatever reason, they just can't get to the mountaintop, and maybe this is the year. We'll see. Let's jump into it. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Dave Doeren is a good football coach. I'll say that. One of the things I always say on this show is that he really strengthens up. The thing that I noticed when he went to NC State is they got much more physical on the offense and defensive lines. And that was, when we had Scotty Montgomery, oh my God. That was some of the most painful experiences of my life. They beat us 58-3 one year because it was the opposite. Scotty Montgomery was the opposite. There was dudes like me blocking, right? Left tackle, pick Dundee. It was just oh, this is going to be fucking horrible. But where are you at with Coach Doeren? Because the guy has won a lot of games in his day. He's 110-69, but at the same time, it just seems in a way they can't get out of their own way. I don't think he should be on the hot seat because they win every year. But there are rumblings when I was talking to some people that, I don't know, new school president, maybe he's from, maybe he takes a gig. He almost left for Tennessee. But where are you at with Coach?
Yeah, I think I think he's solid. 9 out of 12 winning seasons. A bunch of 8 and 9 win seasons, not one double-digit win season. So to your point, they've never been able to get to that next level. It's always finishing 3rd or 4th in the ACC. He's been consistent, but I think at NC State, you should have at least had one ACC championship appearance at least. I'm not saying you got to win it because Clemson's been so dominant in this era that while Doeren's been there, but overall solid coach.
Yeah. I do think it's an interesting year though, because I could see, there's only just so much time where people get tired, you lose excitement. We're going to get to it though, but look, the offense, Kurt Roper is the new OC. That's the thing. So Robert and I, the longtime, OC in college football, whether it was BYU, UVA, and Mike Leach, he was with at Texas Tech. He got canned for Kurt Roper, who I'm familiar with because he was at the Colorado Buffaloes for a little bit. I did not see this one coming.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean it's a bad hire. I just did not see it coming. 62nd in scoring offense, 58th in passing offense, 83rd in rush offense, 76th in total offense. Then they return CJ Bailey. A lot of hype around CJ Bailey. He had moments where he looked really good. Hollywood Smothers is a good running back for them. They did kind of get rated a little bit in the portal, which we'll talk about in a second. But Noah Rogers back at the receiver spot. Justin Jolly, who was a tight end that was really good at UConn not long ago. He's still back. That I've heard people say that they think he could be an NFL guy. And 2 of 5 on the offensive line, also breaking in, or also not returning your kicker, Vincent. So, man, you got that back. You hit the portal. You bring in some names. Cody Hardy, a tight end from Elon. Ian Flint from Nebraska, a tight end. And then 3 guys on the O-line. And Anderson from Utah State at the tackle spot. Jalen Grant from Purdue. Everyone's got a guy from Purdue. Offensive lineman Brock Stukes from North Carolina A&T. Mac, will the offense be better than 76th? I don't know. So...
I mean, 76 is middle of the road. So, I mean, probably more of the same.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a fair question. You look at, and one of the things that is intriguing is they did lose some guys. Casey Conception, a beast wideout. I really like that get by Texas A&M getting him. And then Dakari Collins, their other wideout, went to Louisville. I mean, they lost other guys, but those 2 were sought after on the offensive side of the ball. Pretty surprising stuff there. They also lost Robbie Martin on the offensive line to West Virginia. I'm just gonna say more of the same. More of the same.
I tend to agree with you. Roper, like I said, had been in the program since 2019 after his stint with Colorado. So. They have a little bit coming back, but I have questions on the offensive line. So, last year they didn't finish strong. I think it's more the same of middle of the road here.
Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball because Tony Gibson is now the head coach at Marshall.
That's a big loss.
Absolutely. And this is one where Kurt Roper at Colorado, I'm not going to say he was bad. DJ Elliott was also at Colorado as DC. I was not a very big fan. 99th in scoring defense.
They were there at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what? Most recently, he was at Temple, I think 2 years ago. He was with in the NFL, I think last year.
Yeah.
But he was at Temple, I think, before that, and they weren't very good defensively either. 93rd in pass defense, 79th in rush defense, 88th in total defense. Bit surprised at these hires, man. They returned just 4 on the defensive side of the ball. Defensive tackle Brandon Cleveland and Price at the end spot, and then 2 linebackers in Brown and Fordham and punter Noonkester. They hit the portal, as you would imagine. Brought in Sloan, a defensive end from Utah State. Trey Thomas from Temple, which I imagine probably has a connection to DJ Elliott. Sebastian Harsh from Wyoming. Joseph Adedire. I don't know how to pronounce this. From Texas Tech, linebacker Sterling Dixon from Bama, AJ Richardson from Norfolk State, linebacker Kenny Soares from Northwestern, Bailey Benson, a linebacker from Wake Forest. That's disgusting. Cornerback Jamel Johnson from Temple. Once again, probably the Elliott connection. Jaron Sensabaugh from Missouri coming in at the corner spot. Brian Nelson from North Texas at the corner spot, and then safety JJ Johnson from Georgia State. Okay, this is one I will buy into. That. Now, what's crazy is the stats last year weren't actually amazing for Gibby, but I know Gibby's been good for them.
Yeah,
over the years, they were replacing a lot. One thing I must note, though, is I hit on the portal how they lost their wideouts and an offensive lineman that I think might matter, and then defensively. They did lose some guys. Kamal Bonner, the linebacker, goes to Miami, right? The big ones, I think, were in the secondary, where Cisse, the corner, goes to South Carolina. The safety, Tamarcus Cooley to LSU. Bishop Fitzgerald, the other safety, to USC. Those guys are projected to start. Boykin, the other safety to Indiana. They took some actual hits. Mississippi State grabbed defensive lineman Red Hibbler too. I'm not sure if that one was actually substantial or not, but they took some hits. I will say that. I almost feel like if you were grading the portal, I feel like that would be a pretty clear loss in the portal. I'm saying more of the same again. I mean, because the numbers weren't terrible, but I mean, more of the same. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to say they're going to be worse just because they were 88th, but like losing Gibson, it was a little bit of an identity. He brought that toughness, that grit to him. Now he's at Marshall, coaching the Thundering Herd. So, got beat up in the secondary as well. So not bringing a bunch of guys back. I have my concerns on this side of the ball.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat, by the way. It's making it very hard for me to stay neutral Dundee here. Shout out to Fletcher. I'm with you, brother. All right. Well, look, let's talk schedule and let's talk state of the program. But before we do that, I want to let the good folks know that the college football experience, NC State style, is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including all the summer sports, MLB, betting the hell out of that, CFL, WNBA, golf, racing, and of course, college football futures and college football week 0, baby. We just dropped our week 0 preview. Go listen to it. Talk every single game there is on the slate, including the FCS action. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for a 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply, of course. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. College football is back on Rhythm, and last season, their predictive models had a 22% ROI on non-conference spreads, and they absolutely killed it on FCS totals. Week 0 and week 1 last year, man, overall 16-4 ATS plus 11.6 units. Rhythm also has NFL, MLB, golf, WNBA. They got it all. So go to the app now and make your own model since the predictions are live. But when you do, get your free 7-day trial period first. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. All right. We are back in state of the program, man. I'm going to be honest here. State of the program, they have good fans, man. Like they like, I'll give them some credit on that regard. Like they do. This is not, an empty crowd. Yeah. Like they actually show up and support football and basketball, which I'll give them credit for. And their stadium, that's part of state of the program. Sure, you haven't been to an ACC championship forever, but your stadium, Carter Finley, I am a fan of. I am a big fan of. Maybe it's because ECU stormed there 3 times. I forgot. I missed one in '86. They've stormed there 3 times in my lifetime. But 59 years young, Carter Finley Stadium, former home of the Raleigh-Durham Skyhawks too. Dude, this is a fucking great stadium too, man. I've been here. I watched I'm trying to be nice. I watched them beat Jimbo Fisher when Florida State was number 1. Me and NC Nick, there's a notorious photo of me in an NC State shirt.
And the guy that was on the goalpost shirtless.
Oh, I got it on here. Don't worry. Don't worry. I was there, brother. It is a nice stadium, and it might just get stormed again. They do college football well at NC State. I'll say that as far as their fan buy-in and the stadium. Yeah, I think they do a good job. It's been there a while. It's had some of their, their best play. A lot of great players have played on that field. Yeah, I give it a 9. 9. All right. I like that building in the background there. It's just got personality. That's all you ask for. It is interesting here though. 35 bowl appearances, 9. Where are the ACC championships? There was a bowl game last. Okay, I'm sorry. Look,
You don't have,
yeah,
you don't have to wait long.
it is a cool stadium though, man. I've been there and I recommend it. I recommend people going to the stadium here. What do you give this thing 1 to 10, man?
I give it a 9. I'm with you, man. Look at things. I like the way it's constructed too, man. And I feel like they do a good job of packing it in too. Looking this up real quick. What is the seat? Like 40 or 50? 56.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's doing a good job. It's grass. None of that bullshit.
It looks
outdoors.
Nice. It just
it's a good stadium, man.
It looks the part, and I love to see a red. On the big games, you got the red white stripe stadium deal going on. So yeah,
100%, man. I'll get behind it. 9 of 10. Look at there he is. How many Molsons has this guy had, or how many Jaeger bombs in the parking lot did this guy do? He is phenomenal, actually. I'm going to give NC State a lot of credit here. This guy, I look, he's a legend in my mind. 9 of 10. Now, state of the program's an interesting one. Like I said, they never make the ACC championship, not even an appearance since cable TV. I got to give it a 6 of 10. Like, you're in it, you should be better. If I'm being honest, like, they should be better with the amount of talent that's come through there. So I'm going to give it a 6 of 10. How about you?
6 as well. I think they lost a little bit of momentum too last year. 6 wins. They lose both coordinators. Maybe I'll give it actually, I think 6 is right. 7, I think you're headed somewhat in the right direction. 6, I think you plateaued a little bit.
Yeah. Because that's what it kind of feels like.
Well, and Belichick came to Carolina this offseason too. Like, they have no momentum.
And Duke's been firing, man. Duke's been pretty damn good the past couple of years.
Yep.
And they're spending money. So yeah. Let's get into the schedule, man, because obviously we know they're going to be 0-1 this next Thursday. You know, that's just kind of how it works. But after the first game, they take on Virginia in a non-con game. So they come off the rivalry loss. Dave Doeren opened up his Dave Doeren's hilarious because he said last year it's not a rivalry game. He said it's not a rivalry game, and then to open up the ACC media days, he drove it home of like, oh, I can't wait. We're gonna beat them so bad. I cannot wait for them. Yeah, kind of treating it like a rivalry game if you ask me. But yeah, I think there's a lot of questions with NC State's roster and coordinator hires. So I do think ECU is live. I took the points, of course, and I took the money line. So I got them 0-1. How about you?
On the ECU preview, I took ECU. I think I'm going to stick with it after seeing the coordinators leave. I think this could be the Thursday night upset, or I don't even think it's that big an upset. Like, I know they're getting 11, but I think this is kind of a one possession game. Definitely going to take the points. Physical, chippy game, rivalry game.
Yeah. Well, look, I said, neutral Dundee here. I think this is a loss for them. It's just we saw it already in the past 12 months. So I mean,
We believe in the virus, in the spirit of ECU. We believe every moment there was nothing that we couldn't do.
Turn off. This damn soundboard just plays whenever it wants to. Look, week 2. This is not. Why is this? Why do this? A non-con game.
ACC Classic. Why are they playing this?
Does this excite the fan base in non-con game? Because it's like what's the purpose of winning this game?
I feel like Virginia might get them.
I don't know. Virginia's just taken a lot of injuries, I feel like, over the past 3 weeks.
True.
I'll take the Pussy Pack to bounce back. I'm sorry. Wait. I will take NC State to win this game. 1-1.
You were doing such a good job.
It's hard.
Until week 1. It's like me in the intro last night. Eat shit, Pitt. I'll have NC State split the two home openers. 1-1.
1-1. Anyone going to the ECU game? Please let me know because looking to just let me know at the Colby D on Twitter. Anyone looking to sell their tickets to at the Colby D on Twitter. Week 3. NC State heading to Winston-Salem. Take on Jake Dickert's bunch.
Yeah.
No idea what to expect of Wake Forest. I'll say win 2-1.
I took Wake Thursday night, short week, off a ACC non-con game. Give me Wake 1-2.
So I got them 2-1. Then they head to Durham, Wallace Wade Stadium, legendary Wallace Wade Stadium, take on Duke. I do have Duke beating NC State. I think Duke is going to be pretty good this year. I feel pretty good about their team. So I have them 2-2. How about you?
Yeah, I have them dropping to 1-3 here, taking back-to-back losses on the road. I think they'll be chippy in this game, but I think Duke's better.
Yeah. Then 5 games in? The Hokies come down. This is one of the harder games to project.
This is Virginia Tech's first road game, though. True road game.
I believe I took NC State on the Virginia Tech show.
Yeah. I'm taking NC State.
3-2 for me with Dave Doeren at NC State, 5 games in.
2-3 for me.
Then the Campbell Camels come in. Mike Minter's no longer the head coach there. I'm drawing a blank on who the guy that was on his staff at one point is the head coach. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. Campbell will lose this game. So what does that put me at? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 4-2.
4-2. I'm 3-3. 3-3 headed into South Bend.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
The Lou Holtz Bowl here. I have Notre Dame winning this game and them going to 4-3.
Yeah, I have Notre Dame winning, and that puts me 3-4 headed into the first bye week.
Yeah, I'm at 4-3. The bye week right here. Look at old Lou Holtz coaching the pack. Young Holtz, there he is. Look, folks, before we get to the next game on the schedule, I want to let you know that the college football experience is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor, the world's greatest sportsbook. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You cannot call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out this weekend. Tomorrow, myself, Moneyline Mac are flying to Vegas. Same with the Bet Detective CJ Sullivan and the rest of the Sports Gambling Podcast crew. We're all going to be out there doing live shows, open bars. What else? What else do you want? Plus, you can get 15% off your stay at Circa because you know us. Promo code SGP15. You're welcome. The contests are open to anyone and everyone. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use that promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So what are you doing? Sign up. Underdog's got a brand new offer, too, for new customers. You play just $5 and you get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN over at Underdog Fantasy. All right. So 4-3 for me, 3-4 for you. They come out of the bye week and they head to Pitt, where I have Pitt and Desmond Reed getting a dub here. Always nervous with Pitt, but I do think Pitt will get them. I think they're a better football team this year, so I got them 4-4.
Oh, I didn't know they were off the bye week. I'm Benedictine. Give me the pack, baby. Let's go. Eat shit, Pitt. Let's go, NC State. Come on. Just like that, Pitt's 5-7, missing a bowl game. I like
There's the Lou Holtz drop.
Well, I don't get bring the head cold, but they're counting down.
So yeah, I got a 500 right now. Then Georgia Tech coming to town. Now this is an interesting game.
This is
It's homecoming, by the way, for the Pack.
give me NC State 2 in a row here. They always do just enough to stay.
I'm gonna take the Jackets. Actually, I'm gonna take the Jackets. 4 and 5. 4 and 5.
I'm 5-4. They always do just enough to stay in the hunt.
Yeah. I feel like Georgia Tech though will be paying attention a little bit to this one, but then we got another bye week. Shout out to Russell Wilson there, 0-1 as a starter at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Then they come back to conference play where they head to Miami Gardens to take on the Canes. I took Miami to win this, but it would not surprise me if NC State won this thing,
especially off the bye week. I got a loss. I'm 5-5.
Am I at what? I got them at
6.
4 and 6. But don't worry, Friday night, Saudi Arabia State, aka Florida State, coming into Raleigh. This is the very game I was at where they stormed, and I will jump on this one again, and I will probably go to this game on November 21st. I got NC State beaten. Florida State can't win there. Saudi Arabia always has a hard time at Carter Finley. So give me a dub. Give me a 5th win for NC State.
Yep. I got them 6-5 headed into and bowl eligible headed into the finale.
Now, here's where it gets interesting because Chapel Bill heading into Carter Finley Stadium. This, if not mistaken, this has been where Doeren has been getting it done. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Doeren has kind of owned Carolina. Let me just make sure I'm right.
Yeah, that's the Mac Brown though version.
7-2 since 2016 is NC State. That is the Mac Brown version. And Fedora?
Yeah.
I got Chapel Bill getting them.
Same.
So I got him 5 and 7. But I will say this. I could see with it being Carter Finley, potentially, and North Carolina being a true wild card team, I could also see 6 and 6. What I can't see is 7 and 5. The win total is sitting there at. Actually, that's not correct.
I was about to say
that is not correct. Hang on. I forgot to. You start doing the slides. You might forget to. The win total is at, I believe, 6.5. Right?
6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
That's more correct. I was like 8.5. Who the hell is taking over 8.5 on this team?
Hold on. I'm just gonna confirm that it's still 6.5.
I believe it is.
I thought I sold it. My apologies. It is, well, first off, if you want their odds to win the ACC championship, could it be the year, by the way, plus 3,000 to win the ACC championship? No. Then within the ACC, the win total is 6.5. It is juiced to the under at minus 135 to the under. So Vegas basically saying we think they're probably a 6-6 team, could be 7 and 6, 7 and 5. But when you look at the schedule from a bird's eye point of view, Mac, they better start hot for a team breaking in new coordinators, right? And a rather young quarterback. You better start hot. Now there is best case scenario to me. You start off really hot and you beat Virginia Wake and Virginia Tech and Campbell. And you're sitting there 4-2 saying, all right, we're in a good spot. If Virginia gets you, Chandler Morris, who's been in college 50 fucking years, I know they're a little dinged up, but Virginia spent a little bit of money. If Wake Forest gets you, because I honestly do not know what to expect from Wake Forest. I just think NC State's better, but I mean, I don't know. Wake Forest has so many transfers. Yeah. I actually feel. What's the ceiling here? What's the absolute best case scenario, Mac?
I mean, They could start 6-0.
No, 5-1. I see what you did there. And really 4-2 because I'm high on Duke.
They could start unbiased 6-0 and then be headed to South Bend and take a loss.
I think I think I have Duke valued better than you. Also,
it's kind of a rivalry game though.
True, but it's at Duke.
It is. I'd say the ceiling is what Doeren's been, 9-3, but I can't see the ceiling. The floor, 4-8.
I mean, this year I would want. First off, I hate when they get North Carolina because I think Chapel Bill might have some things figured out by week 14.
I agree with that.
There is Florida State might have quit by week 13, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
we saw that last year. But I will say, like, I think it's a challenging schedule, right? Like, you get 2 Power 5s in the non-con in Notre Dame and Virginia, right?
Yeah, they only have one gimme.
In conference? Because the Virginia game doesn't count as a...
No, I'm talking about Campbell. Like, they have one game total that's an easy win. Other than that, it is a challenging schedule.
Like, when you think about the odds to win the ACC...
I guess they didn't draw Clemson or SMU or Louisville.
That's true, but also, like, they got like the middle. They got the middle of the pack towards the top.
Yeah, they didn't
like
get
Georgia Tech. Down. I've heard people have. I've seen people have North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Miami, Pitt, all in the AC, and Duke, all like flirting with the ACC championship game. So, Florida State, who knows? Notre Dame went to the national championship last year. So, I mean, I feel pretty solid that they're on the under, because I'll tell you this. I just feel like those hires were weird.
Losing Gibson was big. Losing
9-3. I can't see this team 9-3.
I mean, that was the absolute ceiling with the losses at Duke, at Notre Dame, and at Miami.
Man, beating Pitt, Georgia Tech, Florida State, North Carolina.
That Pitt sucks. You keep crowbarring that phony team in.
And we know next Thursday will be a loss. Okay, folks, that's our show. I did put together some slides to honor the history of NC State football. And I thought long and hard about putting the photos of ECU storming in Carter Finley. But I told myself, Dundee, try to be fair. Try to be fair. There might be an NC State fan out there listening, right? Deprived of vagina and just waiting for an out. No, I'm joking. We will be back. We're doing some shows from Vegas, some team previews. We will be talking Virginia Cavaliers. We will be talking Clemson Tigers. The theme is orange in Vegas, by the way, because we're rooting for Idaho State. We're rooting for Idaho State. So Virginia preview coming while we're in Vegas. Clemson preview coming while we're in Vegas. And the Syracuse Orange Men preview coming while we're in Vegas. Buckle up. We're almost through this shit. We should probably do Bowling Green just for the fuck of it while we're in Vegas too, to stay orange. Hope to see you. If you're in Vegas, let us know. But yeah, I'm on the under. You're on the under. Still there's potential. It's NC State. There's always potential. We'll see if it happens. It's just unfortunate you guys put us on the schedules because 0-1 is 0-1. Till next time, give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. This is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
Off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.
They say the Lord watches over my sins. Over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win-win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride a day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. I start the program and the doorbell ring. I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be, ain't from the crew, but I'm honorary. Liquid, soul assassin, psycho harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.
It's the revenge of our stealth, the intelligence plane. Armor, a manifestation of karma. The far left, low keys, let it be. Listen, whispering words of wisdom. Ghost dog, breathe in the shadow of leaves. Same darkness, high criminals, crooks and thieves. Special forces, black ops. Bad brains, fishbone, black rock. Matter of fact, Chuck Berry and James Brown. But most of the true story can't be found. Unchained melodies inscribed to freestyle. I rock rhyme mosaics more potent with each style. Crack the system more open with each file. Upgrades and free hotels with these miles. Expansion team dilated peoples in town. If there's a better sound, then it can't be